Hi everyone, today is Wednesday, May 27th, 2020, and today we're moving on from conversions to perimeter of rectangles, which is actually a third grade skill, so this should look very familiar to most of you. Today's objective, students will be able to find the perimeter of a rectangle by adding all of the sides. That's all it is. The distance around a shape is the perimeter. And our DOL is a math online assignment, like always. Example 1, teacher model. Find the perimeter of the rectangle below. Remember from third grade that perimeter means the distance around the figure. In order to find the perimeter of a rectangle, we need to add the lengths of all sides. So we have 4 3/5 plus 9 1/5 plus 4 3/5 plus 9 1/5. When I add all of those together, I get 27 3/5 meters. And I made sure to label my answer as meters. When I add the fractions together, it's 27 3/5. Okay, now let's try another one. Find the perimeter of the rectangle below. How do we find the perimeter of this rectangle? Oh yeah, we need to add all the side lengths together. What are the 4 side lengths? We have 3, 10 7/8, 3, and 10 7/8. We were only given 2 side lengths. How were you able to identify all 4 side lengths? Well, I know that opposite side lengths are equal. So the 3 inches on the other side, it's 3 inches, and the 10 7/8 inches at the bottom, the top must also be 10 7/8 inches. Now, when I add all of these together, and you see it at the bottom, the perimeter is 27 6/8 inches. So all you're doing is adding all the sides. Oops. Number 3. This is where things might get a little bit trickier. The perimeter of the rectangle below is 46 feet. Wow, so we have that answer. Find the missing side lengths. So in this problem, I know you see all 4 side lengths filled out, but that's because I worked on this PowerPoint before recording. They gave us 17 feet at the top and 17 feet at the bottom. We know that the perimeter of a figure is the distance around the figure. If the perimeter of the rectangle is 46 feet, the distance around the rectangle must be 46 feet. If we add the 2 sides that are labeled 17 plus 17, we get 34 feet. But we know that the distance around the figure must be 46 feet. In this problem, we are missing 2 sides. What do we know about opposite sides of a rectangle? They are equal in length. So whatever the side of one missing side is, the opposite side will be the same exact length. So let's figure out what the missing sides are. In order to do that, we need to take the total perimeter of 46 and subtract 34. Remember, I got 34 by adding together 17 plus 17. And if I subtract 46 minus 34, I get 12. So we are missing a total side length of 12 feet. But 12 isn't the side length for each of the 2 sides because that would make the distance around the figure 58 feet. But remember, our perimeter is 46 feet. So with that being said, 12 feet has to get shared between the 2 sides. Again, since the 2 missing sides are opposite sides of a rectangle, we know that they have to be equal. If we split 12 feet equally between 2 sides, how long is each side? You have to do 12 divided by 2 to get 6 feet. Let's see if this works. 17 plus 6 plus 17 plus 6 equals 46 feet. This totals to the correct perimeter. Therefore, the missing side length is 6 feet. So you needed to add 17 and 17, subtract that from our total, and then take our total, which was 12, and divide it by 2 to find our missing lengths. Let's try one of these again. The rectangle has a width of 9 inches and a perimeter of 32 and 6/8 inches. Find the length of the missing sides. So in the book on this page, we were given 9 inches as the width. We need to find the length. Well, our perimeter is 32 and 6/8 inches. What is the total length of the sides given? Each side given is 9 inches, so the total length given is 18 inches because 9 plus 9 equals 18. What amount are we missing? How can we figure this out? Well, remember from the previous question, we took the total perimeter and subtracted the amount we knew. So 32 and 6/8 minus 18 is the amount we are missing. We are missing 14 and 6/8 inches, and you could see that at the bottom. 32 and 6/8 minus 18 equals 14 and 6/8. But we're not done. We need to take that new total of 14 and 6/8 and divide it by 2 to find our missing lengths. We can split up the whole number between the two sides. 14 split into 2 parts is 7 and 7. Now we need to split the fraction into 2 parts. Imagine we have 6 of the 8 pieces and we split them between 2 sides. How many eighths would be on each side? 3/8. So the length of the missing sides are 7 and 3/8 inches. To double check if our answer is correct, we can add these numbers together. So 9 plus 9 plus 7 and 3/8 plus 7 and 3/8 equals 32 and 6/8 inches. Is that our perimeter total that we were given? Absolutely. So again, you take the total perimeter, then subtract the two side lengths together. So 32 and 6/8 minus 18. And I got a number. I got 14 and 6/8. But that's not our final answer. We need to divide that by 2 so we can split each side. And then our final answer was 7 and 3/8. That is the missing side length. It sounds like a lot, but in order to figure it out, you need to follow those steps. You're not always going to get all 4 side lengths. Your independent work today is to complete the online math assignment, which I believe is 4 questions. They're easy peasy. I don't think they even involve fractions, so you should be able to complete this. Also, you learned this in 3rd grade, so this is just a repeated skill for 4th grade. Have a great Wednesday.